What's up, people? How's it going? Hopefully you guys can hear me. Clearly. There we go. So I have a commission that I have to do. So I'm gonna make sure we can see here. Let's say it like that. Alright, so I have a commission that I have to do, and I figured I'd, use this pose book to get an interesting pose. Because, why not? Oh, there we go. There we go. Look at that. Easy peasy. Well, you know what, let's not get too hasty. Let's see if there's a different one. So many good poses. I do believe I'm going to take my own advice. What's up? Sketchbooks? No, commission. This is actually Masters of Anatomy. This is actually a Masters of Anatomy book, and I love this book because I suck at poses, and it's just laced with poses. And I plan on taking my own advice and like drawing one of these pages or multiple pages every day, because like I said, I kind of stink at poses, and I think this would be very helpful to make it so that I can be like Hernandez or like you and just crank out stuff, or Enrique, because so yeah. How's it going, man? You doing all right? Guess we should draw like this then. Fair enough. I'm just saying, I'm, like I said, I got this, you know what I mean? Like, drawing and stuff like that, like, I've gotten to the point to where I'm okay. But I know where my strengths and my weaknesses are. And, well, speed has never been one of them. So, one of the, if I can knock something out by having, some of it done. Reeks for Toon Boom. Sorry, Toon Boom's been giving you such a hard time, man. But I know you got this. But yeah, like I said, I've always struggled with poses, always. And so being able to come in and just be like, oh, I got this. See, like right here, like I would have naturally drawn that in a wrong position, right? So this way you can actually see it. I'm gonna bring this down because I want it to be down a little bit. Then you're like, oh look, right? And then you realize, oh wait, those proportions, those are wrong, right? So I don't know, this book is just, like I said, I think this book is just very helpful. Recommend it to anyone who's struggling like I do with poses and stuff like that. This really does help. I mean, of course, having someone model and life draw and all that stuff would be more helpful, but this is definitely a great thing to have in the arsenal. I have so much stuff that has come through as of late. I kid you not. We're just with a chainsaw. But I mean, it's also, you know, what you're used to. You know what I mean? And that says a lot too. because, you know, if I learn everything on MS Paint, let's say, right, and I get absolutely phenomenal with MS Paint, and then someone introduces me to like Clip Studio, right? You're like, well, yeah, it's better, but I'm really used to this, which is fair, you know? And then you're just like, well, I mean, that is something that you have to know if you want to do that, you know, so. Yeah, no, true, but I always find myself getting like with that, like having a strong line of action. I've always been like, okay, I have this strong line of action, and then for some reason, like I just trip up on something, like I don't know what, you know what I mean? It's just like, why is this not working? And it's sad, and I'm just like, this sucks, why is this not working? So what's up, Single Digit? Gotta get this commission done. Oh no, I can't. But wait, it's not. Did you say something? Because oh yeah, you did. It's not even popping up for me. What is going on? Did you, Miss Ebony, did you notice that there were 2 live streams? Because I actually have YouTube up over here, but it's not, like, the chat's not populating. That's so weird. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. I'm like, I don't exactly know why it did too, but. And I don't know, maybe because I think the top one is the old one, but I don't know if it's still streaming the same thing. You know what I mean? I'm so confused. Oh. Ooh. I love the idea of getting a good art book. Sweetness. Tree with a butter knife. But yeah, no, literally. Oh, there we are. Okay, this is the right one. See, I can look over and I see it. Right? Let's see if it popped up on. But see, then this one. That's funny. There are 2 chats at this. What is going on? Okay, so the other one. The other one goes and feeds to the chat so you can see it on Twitch. This one has the correct term, like, you know, like title, but the chat doesn't show up on. What happened? I don't know what happened. So I might have people in one. Are they both playing the same thing? Because that would be bananas. Because if that's the case, I'm gonna. It happened yesterday. Oh, it did? Huh. Weird. I might just have to restart my computer then. Broke your chat. Something happened. Restarting the computer. Alright, so I'm gonna go into the other one then. Just for, I guess, because I'm gonna go into the other one so that it will feed into the chat. Alright, so let's see if this one works. Test. Okay, So I'm gonna stick on this one. So I'm gonna go to the top one, and I'm gonna work there. Toad's not surprised. Yeah, wouldn't surprise me if you broke it on purpose, no less. He's mean like that. Right. Mod powers. Bring that line out a little bit. It's rigged. Like, okay. Cool. I see you now in that one. I see you. I think this one's just a little too long. Here. That. Bad part is I really need my phone to allow me to do the commission part of the. It's alright. I guess I have the pose. Life looks good. We'll figure that out. The battle royale has begun, and then we'll piece everything else together tomorrow. I guess tomorrow morning we'll just do this commission. I guess what that means is that we're gonna be drawing, for the most part. Oh, come on now. Hate me some autofocus. Oh, I'm not gonna win. Why single digit up here trying to like destroy everybody? It's rigged. It's rigged. Straight up. It's not even over yet, and I already know it's rigged. See? Rigged. All day. Rigged. Rigged. Cheaters. All together. Cheaters. Like boss. Like a cheating boss. You cheating? Here, woot woot, liars! Alright, let's try and flesh this out, shall we? Oh, really? Ooh, that sounds great. So it's nice and heavyweight? Because that's 200 pounds. My goodness. What are you going to do with that paper? Huh? I know, that's why I blocked the camera. What? It was only $20. What? You're gonna have to send me the link for that one. That sounds great.
Start some caricatures.
What?
What's that?
Oh, you're gonna start caricatures? Nice. You know, I think I will have to like employ my kids when I'm over here doing this, you know, the traditional or the, you know, pencil and paper stuff to read the chat. Okay. Let me write that down. Sorry, had to cover the camera because the boss doesn't necessarily like being on camera. You can read the chat from your computer because it has both YouTube and Facebook on here and here. I mean, you can sit here too and read it if you want to, but you don't have to.
Single digit one, like a ball of Woot Woot. The paper came in and it's like 135 kilograms or over 200 pounds of paper. It was $20 for 40 sheets.
That's awesome.
Why? That doesn't sound very good.
What are you talking about? 40 sheets for $20? 50 cents a page? You don't understand paper.
Well, we used to get like 200 sheets for $5.
What?
Yeah.
No, for who?
I don't know.
I'm like, who?
You used to tell me that you're like, oh, this is such a good deal. 200 sheets of paper for 5 cents.
Yeah, I think you're making stuff up now, son.
Nope. And
Single digit.
Said, I see Butch. What's up? Look at that Disney princess hair.
You should tell him he's jealous.
Yeah, because you're bald.
I don't know if he's not there. Not. He's talking about printer. Yeah, you're talking about printer paper.
Different.
No, not.
Yeah.
Not at all. It's like hush your face, you non-artist. Not knowing what you're talking about.
Did you win your wrestling matches on set? No, I did not. 200 sheets of printer paper is not quite the same thing as 40 sheets of art paper. As an artist, I'm pretty sure they are.
We need to get working on your game design.
Okay.
I mean, we don't have to, but I'm just saying.
Well, I mean,
You have a cool game.
I have to finish Monster Ride.
I know.
I like it. It's fun.
It is fun.
I need to nerf the Minotaur. It's a little strong.
He's like, it's a little strong. Yes. What's up, Enrique Hayden?
But I think to start working on it again.
Me too. I almost got the bug to like start working on Ninja Empire the game so I could have it. Like, I liked the idea. Like, I liked going to conventions, having the game, right? And then being able to sell it, selling the packs and stuff like that, really made me happy.
Is Ninja Empire gonna be like the same kind of game as Dark Legacy? Is it gonna be something different?
No, it's gonna the actual game of Ninja Empire is gonna be something like Dark Legacy. Modifications made from the stuff that I've learned. Actually have a storybook with it, so that you can go on campaigns and stuff from the box. So.
And you should make like your new packs in the, you know, like how Pokemon does with the little like tear thing.
I do not.
Oh.
Explain.
So the Pokemon card, like, they come in a pack. It's like a little plastic pack with art on the front of it, and you just tear it open.
In cellophane. Oh, like in the cellophane wrap.
Yeah, it's a lot more fun than the plastic box.
That's also a lot more money to do.
That's okay.
It is not.
I need to bite the bullet and learn proper coding for Adobe Animate so I can make short games in it. I'm learning how to code in Python.
Like I 100% support the idea of you learning coding to make small games.
I made a very crappy tic-tac-toe.
I don't know if you're going about this whole "I'm awesome" thing a little bit wrong when you say stuff like that.
Yeah, it doesn't really work at all. Like, I've got like the board's made out and you can click and put the things down. It's just very bad. Like, it's not a separate button to make the X. There actually is no X's. It's just a square because I couldn't figure out how to make it an X. So yeah, you have to click to put the circle down, and then you release click to put down the square. Because I didn't get that far in the lessons yet, so I don't know how to do it.
I put in for the free COVID tests. We have not gotten them yet. Not gotten them yet.
No one starts out amazing at anything. Yeah. There was people who made like full-on.
Oh, you should say the name of the people commenting.
Oh. 70 says he needs to say the name of the person commenting. Oh. Thanks. Single Digit Studio says, lol, they sent us 4 tests.
Yeah. You signed up for them though, right? Like, because I went and actually signed up for them because they said we had to. So
I did not sign up for them.
I just, like I said, I just haven't got them yet.
Single Digit said, yeah, we signed up for them.
Okay. Yeah, I'm assuming mine, ours are coming.
This Sub-Zero is so weird.
You are really hurt about the proportions of that Sub-Zero.
Horrible. Like, he's got super tiny legs and then just a massive chest.
I'm glad that I didn't draw that to upset you so much.
Single Digit said, if you need extras, we might have.
Well, we bought some. Like, I outright bought some off the internet. So we have them in the house, but those 4, because they were free, so I definitely went to go get them or ordered them.
Ready?
Yeah.
You should play FNAF on stream.
Why? Mine's not a gaming channel.
Exactly. It would be a quick feel good. Oh boy, I can't wait to watch mine. Oh, you got tricked. It's a gaming channel now.
It's a gaming channel now. Ha 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 ha.
Emily says, did the US get fed up with people going to get tested and said test yourselves?
Well, the thing is that everyone decided to go get tested, and all the tests went away. Like, all the CVS's, all the Walgreens, everything was just out of tests. And then at things like the Minute Clinic and patient first in order to get a COVID test for anything, you would go to that place, check in at like 8, and you wouldn't be seen until 6 p.m. So I guess they're like, hey, apparently people really want this test now. So but I really wonder what, I guess it was the holidays that really just sparked this like huge obsession to go get tested. So it was rather funny and scary, because that's when Andrew was here and he needed a COVID test to get on an airplane. That was some interesting times, because we, like I said, I think I got there at 10. We went there at like 10 or something, because we were trying to get it on base, but their on base stuff wasn't open until Monday, which wouldn't help. So we went, after that we went to the Minute Clinic, or we went to Patient First, and yeah, we went to Patient First, and then it took forever. Luckily we were able to leave. Other people stayed in their car, but because we live, 10 minutes away, we were able to sign up and then leave. We're like, yeah, I'm not sticking around. They wanted us to, though, but I was like, I'm sorry, because it took them 4 hours just to call us in to put insurance in. That's how bad it was. Just self-quarantine if you feel it. But see, in flu season, how in the world are you supposed to know that? You know what I mean? Like, am I sick? Do I got COVID?
Oh.
Only way to find out is the test. All the tests were gone. All the tests are now back in stores, like, in abundance. Now nobody wants them. Which is also hilarious. What's up, Aging? How goes it? Oh yeah? You've seen it before, right? Because one of my faves, if I can't say, of like modern tellings of a ninja story. Yeah, exactly. So it's like, how do you tell, unless you get tested, which, like I said, we didn't have that luxury because people went bananas and bought them all up. They know what they have with Ninja Gaiden. Like, nope, we're not gonna put that on sale. Why would we? Too much money to be had. Good time still. Yep. I really do enjoy that one. Like, but it's first 5 minutes, man. First 10 minutes, and I was like, yeah, yes. But the thing that really got me about that, because I was watching the documentary that Mandala sent me, and he was like, yeah, you might want to watch this. And I watched it, and they're like, you know, this is a really good telling of the ninja, but we don't know, are they supposed to be portrayed as, you know, these vicious killers that hide in the shadows and kill things, which they did blatantly. But the problem is that the people that that ninja obliterated were horrible people. So, what's that?
So, I was looking to see if the Ghosts and Goblins remastered thing went on sale.
Mm-hmm.
And while I was looking for it, because I thought it was and not N,
Mm-hmm.
I found the original Ghosts and Goblins for $1.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Capcom has these like arcade bundle things that you can get.
Please tell me you're gonna get Ghosts and Goblins and stream how
Yeah.
insanely unhappy you're gonna be.
I just need your help adding more money to my Steam account because I don't have $1. I'm gonna need to spend it.
Okay. Oh man, did you guys hear that? Ghosts and Goblins stream. Original Ghosts and Goblins stream is gonna be happening soon. Oh. Any of you guys remember playing Ghosts and Goblins back in the day? 'Cause I do. Need to get back for blood. Back for blood. Okay. I don't know who's sliding down the steps. I'm like, all you have to do, I can hide the camera. There you go, look. Now you don't have to try and kill yourself down the steps. Oh, is that for the dog?
No, it's for you.
For me?
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
It's for you to cut the dog's nails.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's for the dog.
The dog can't cut his own nails.
Oh my goodness, but it's for the dog. Needed to get the dog some grooming clippers because his nails might just be a little out of control. So yeah, trying to fix that a little bit because goodness. So Wikia, did you try and do another print that work out this time? I don't think I'm ready for Fairpoint. I don't think I'm ready for Fairpoint like at all. Like I don't think I'm ready. Are you ready? Not Fairpoint, Farpoint. Jeez. Will not remember that convention name. Horrible. Horrible. I'm really surprised at how many conventions sequel for Left 4 Dead. As soon as he comes down, I'm gonna tell him to go get it. I'm really surprised at how many conventions Maryland, in the University of Maryland Eastern Shore, like, is willing to let the school go to. And I'm very surprised at that. I'm hoping to be able to follow suit with our school. Just don't know which ones to tackle yet. No. Everybody's working. Got quiet. One day I'll be able to do it like the way the Domo does it. Like he is able to turn it on. Like when people are talking, he is all talk. You know, like very talkative. Just, you know, playing out and he's like, oh look, people are talking, cool. And then any other time when people are like working, I'm like, oh yeah, just draw with me. He's like, I don't need to say a word. So I was told to tell you, you need to get Back 4 Blood.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
Because it is the sequel to Left 4 Dead 2.
Well, yeah, I know that, but everyone's always saying what a terrible game it is.
Oh. Miss Ebony said that you should get it. I'm just relaying the message, man.
Let me check. Back. It's $40.
$40.
I don't have $40. Sorry.
I've been working. See, I know that. Miss Ebony said it's not terrible.
Okay, well, if I ever find myself with $40, I'll get it. Oh, the Ghosts and Goblins remastered went from $30 to $20. I think I'll stick with the original. That's $1.
The original one is great and hard.
I also happen to have $1. Ooh, Dead Rising.
Really? I'm like, it's not?
You just
That's not fair, man. Stop teasing. I need to get back to that account. I've been very lax with that. I have a plan, although with the way that I want to structure it out, I'm still in a good spot to get to where I wanted to by the end of the year. So
I'm gonna get the Ghost and Goblins.
Go get it, sir.
Alright, I don't have $1.
Put $1 on there. I do try.
Arc is only $10 right now. I like Arc.
What'd you say?
Arc is $10.
Ark?
Yeah, it's a like survival sandbox game that's got futuristic technology and dinosaurs.
Futuristic technology and then dinosaurs. That's cool.
Tekken is also Tekken's $8 right now.
Tekken was fun. I enjoyed Tekken.
I kind of really like Tekken because the movement always felt so weird. It felt like it was going in slow motion. I didn't like it.
I can see that. I can see that. Saving. Nice. So are you on page 100 yet? I know you're on page, what, 50? Weren't you on page 50? AG?
Portal 2 is only $2.
Okay. Do you want to play Portal 2?
I don't know. Probably.
47. You laugh, but 47 is still a huge number, man.
I'm gonna put some money on my Steam account. And then I'm gonna search for games that I
Why not?
It was just like,
Alright. How do we want to draw this?
do this. I don't know if I should click the checkbox.
Okay, hold on.
I don't want to do that. Okay.
What are we doing? What'd you do? You broke it. Alright, sorry. Had to give him, had to put some money on his account so that he could actually buy some games. Because we wanted to buy some games. Especially something like Ghosts and Goblins. If memory serves me right, that game was so hard. Been on page 47 for a couple weeks now. Okay. So what? I think that as long as, you know, progress, you know, is something that really is something that depends on where and how far you want to get. Because if it's not on a deadline, if you're like, well, I don't have to be anywhere, I don't have to have this done by this time, then there's no real reason to kind of stress yourself out, right? So if you're working on page 47 and it's like it looks the way you want it to look in the end, that's all that matters, man. That is all that freaking matters. Because I gotta be honest with you, the craziest part, like I've been trying to do like commission work and get more work from companies and stuff like that, especially over the break, right? Or not the break, the COVID break. And I was like, no, I'm not going to try and start a new project because I'm really trying to get some work, right? And I got no work. Didn't really get any work, like at all. And the minute I was like, all right, you know what? I think it's time. It's time to officially start, working on like the story and building this franchise and whatnot. I was like, I'm really gonna start working on Ninja Empire. Why all of a sudden I got more work than I can handle? I got like 3 card sets. Someone wants to hire me to do their graphic novel, and I'm like, what? What has happened? Commissions I need to finish, and it's just like, I don't know what's going on, but goodness, all of a sudden, lots of work. You should script it out first. Script what out first? The comic? I have. I mean, if you're talking to me, I have. I scripted and storyboarded the whole thing out. No, the other comic project that I'm working on is more of a stream of conscious thing, and it's literally because it's literally the way I want to do it. Right? I want to try and do a stream of conscious comic and go from one panel to the next and be like, what would I do here to enhance the story, to push the story? You did it at the same time, I guess. But it's like, man, because you're not. Because this is just a personal project, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do it one way or the other. I'm going to do Ninja Empire, right? Like that's not even really a question. I'm going to do Ninja Empire one way or the other. But I'm also not gonna be like, you know what I'm gonna do? Turn down this money, because that's just foolish. So, and that's why I'm still on page freaking 2. I can tell you I'm nowhere close to where I wanted to be for this story. I thought I'd be a lot further than I am, but it happens, right? And you're like, oh, best laid plans destroyed by people wanting you to buy money. The pursuit thereof. How the world came about, Yeah. That's very true. But the thing is that it makes for a good story for what's gonna happen, like for the Life of Kaiser series, like vlogish style thing that I'm gonna do, that I teased And then I realized, because at first I'm like, oh, I'm going to do a vlog, and it's going to be, this, that, and the other thing. I am not about to kill myself trying to do, like, daily videos and stuff. So, I'm like, it's almost going to be, like, an update video. So it's going to be an interesting format, mostly because I'm like, well, I'm telling people information, showing them, this is what it's like, or here's this thing that I found and all of you people should be part of it type deal. Here's this convention I went to, oh my goodness, it was awesome. You want to make sure that you're part of it, that kind of thing. But I'm only going to do it so often. But then I can make it like more episodic. I can actually make it so that it like I put, like there will be a lot of editing that goes into it, but it's gonna be, I've got all the footage, I think all the footage and images and stuff that I want to do for the first episode, so I'll probably be editing that this week, hopefully. My plan is to make Sundays my editing day. That way I can help the kids and then still, like, edit and get stuff out. Huh?
I'm looking through what's on sale right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I clicked the horror section.
Mm-hmm.
And the third thing in there was Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel.
What? How is that horror? Well, okay, so the Shadow Realm, when you die, or when you lose, you die. So, maybe? I guess it depends on your definition of horror. The Dark Souls franchise is up to 0% off. Yep. That's great, 0%. Look at that, we're building. Look at that. Eventually there'll be an entire scene there. Gotta be honest, I never really thought that I'd have as much fun as I am right now doing environments and backgrounds. We'll see if that continues when I have to draw this marketplace. Some of those card designs. Wait, what? Wait, well, also some of those card designs. Wait, what? Skip, what are you talking about? Oh, okay. Got it. Pre-Duel Monsters. Okay. Okay. I definitely fell off of watching and knowing what's happening in Yu-Gi-Oh! A while ago. So... definitely fell off when I was like, oh, I don't have this card game anymore. I find myself really diving into Like, whatever it is that I'm actually working on, I'll dive into it, you know? I'm working on comics, I'll start to get heavy into comics and what's happening there.
I remember when you gave us a big box of video cards.
Yep.
And told us that you thought it was Pokemon. Yeah, what am I doing? Or maybe, I don't know.
He was a student.
Yeah, one of my students gave me this box of Pokemon cards. Maybe you'll like it. We did learn how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Though. So, that's good.
He's like, so there's the plus. For the card game stream. Oh, really? I thought Yugi was a good guy. Why is he subjugating people to horribleness? Horrible fates. Or was that the Pharaoh King or whatever he was beforehand, right? Before he was young Yugi, modern day. So Miss Ebony, what are you where are you learning caricatures? Like, do you already know how to do them, or are you gonna watch some tutorials somewhere? I always wanted to do caricatures because I thought they looked fun, but that was the setup. You and friends would try out something. Or challenge jerk to a game, usually with life-threatening stakes. Oh my goodness! And was the young one like? Was he aware of the life-threatening things that Alter Yugi was like doing?
He never put the life-threatening stakes.
That you just know the cartoon.
What else was there?
There was a manga.
Oh. That's stupid. You should just watch the cartoon.
And it's not from here, so.
Anyway. Yu-Gi-Oh's a good guy.
Yu-Gi-Oh's the good guy, yeah? The one thing that I remember from the show was Exodia, and then some bug dude's like, hey, they're on the boat and then it was like, hey, can you show me Exodia, because I've never seen it before. Chucks in ocean. I was like, dang. It was like, there was no chill with that guy. It was just like, Chuck.
I remember when I thought that there were actually only 5 Blue Eyes White Dragons in the world. And when you gave us that packet, I was like, we're rich, yeah.
See, that was something that I would have loved to, that I would want to do. Storytelling wise. I love the idea of a story-based game, right? And then in the story, if you actually were like, all right, there are only 5 Blue Eyes White Dragon, right? And then you're like, all right, well, we're making this card game. There are only 5 Blue Eyes White Dragon. right? Now you can make it something special where you don't actually give it out. You know, you put one out in a pack or something like that, and then you have one stored away so that the company always has one or something like that. And then you gave one away at a tournament, you know, something like that where it's like, oh no, but there is literally only 5. That would be awesome.
Yeah, that's what I thought that I would do when you remember how I was gonna make that what's it called? That like MOBA board game thing?
Huh?
Yes. And I was gonna make a board game where you
Right.
a team of 5.
Right.
And I was gonna like host super, like you remember the Ultimate Tournament Dark Legacy thing where your character actually died?
Oh, really?
It was your tournament.
Wait, what? Who died?
Our characters.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. So there'd be like some super tournament.
Right.
And then if you won, then you get some super special card.
Right.
That's
I remember the super special cards and stuff, and that was fun. I mean, and it was because I knew we had a very small group, right? Because it was like, yeah, for the tournament, your character could die, right? That doesn't mean you can't keep your character, right?
yeah, you just lose all your progress.
Well, no, you definitely die.
That's terrible.
It could be.
Because I was not very good. Yeah, I remember I used to just every single time one of those came up, I would just throw together
Yeah, I know.
random characters so that mine knew that David
No,
Dojo
just-
wouldn't die.
I like the Toon cards. Like I remember the Toon World and Toonville and stuff like that from what was his name? Pegasus.
I don't remember the rest of it. It's Pegasus. Something.
But I enjoyed that. I really did, because I was like, okay, so there's this guy who's literally trying to kill people, right? With the shadow realm and all that kind of good stuff. He's like, I'm going to murder you and take your soul and all this kind of good stuff, and I'm gonna kill, and I'm gonna do it with freaking Bugs Bunny. I thought that was interesting. That character contrast, because he was kind of cold right through the whole thing, and then it's like, oh, here, and then he took it was so serious. He was so serious with how he was like, and this card, you stand no chance against the blah 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 blah, and he was like, oh, and then, you know, like I said, it was like Bugs Bunny pops up, and you're like, oh, what the heck is that? Left. Which is good. Oh, well. Yes, okay, so that's not cool. Everyone, but you know what's funny though? It seems to be something that people accept, because everyone thought that I had created cards just for myself. They're like, oh, is this is your card, right? And no one can beat it. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Everyone has this. I'm like, yeah, sure. And I'm like,
What card?
well, they really thought that my business card was a specific card for me.
Didn't it say like on the card that it's not allowed to move?
No.
Oh. Well, I guess they're right. You are cheating.
It's like, it did not say that. And everyone was like, yep, you should do this, you should do this. I'm like, no, I don't. That defeats the entire purpose of what I'm trying to establish with this game. So yeah, I guess people just kind of accept it. And like, I have the advantage now. Like, nah. I mean, especially since it took me, how long did it take me? An entire year to actually win one of my own tournaments? It took me forever. And I had all the cards. I had all of the cards. All of them. Didn't matter. It's really the one thing that I absolutely loved about Dark Legacy. That it wasn't guaranteed that you were going to win. No matter what. And man, did that get crucified by a lot of people. What do you mean I can't control how it goes? Like, you know, it's not fun that way. But I want to make sure that I can win in 2 turns. Yeah, not fun. 2 games in 3 tournaments. I was sad. I liked your character though. Character was kind of cool. Oh, so I got an email from Comic-Con, and they said that I have been accepted into participation for Comic-Con 2022. But then they also said in February we'll be giving out seating and invoices. So I still don't know if they're planning on charging for Artist Alley this year. So I'm telling you this because I know that we had talked about you going, right? But I can tell you right here and right now, if they hit me with, oh, well, you gotta pay for the table, I'm not going. Like, not going. My Robots and Dogs didn't work. No, but the character was cool. So what I really did notice though, when it came to Dark Legacy, because it was such a story heavy thing, and I was basing how many cards were created for how many how many factions and whatnot, it was pushing a certain group of characters to constantly be played, or factions to be played, because they just had more cards, right? And so that is something, you know, that I really want to, I thought I had a handle on, because I was like, but there's so many general cards, everyone can use them, you can make a deck out of this. But then looking back, I'm like, man, Wind had the least amount, but they ended up being strong. And then the one that I thought was gonna be weak, or that was gonna be strong, turned out being weak because nobody wanted to play Earth because it wasn't strong enough.
Because you had the Monkey Dragon to play.
Well, yes, but the second set I thought really helped, right? But then I had sold the rights and everything, which, by the way, I'm supposed to be getting back next year.
Yay.
So
Well,
everyone plays.
both the Portal games for $3.
Nice. Everyone plays green and white. Okay, so I guess I shouldn't be beating myself up that much.
What? I always thought everyone played blue and black.
I thought everyone played blue. Yeah, see, but that's the thing. I thought everyone played red. You know, because power. But I guess, you know, everyone kind of plays their own thing, so I don't think I need this. We're just gonna open this up. What I was trying to do was actually fill up the space in this page over here, but I think I'm just gonna put like a in the distance mountain range, and that should take care of things. Look at that. What is this? Tillman doesn't do backgrounds. What is this? Which is hilarious because I don't normally. I don't do backgrounds for one reason and one reason only. I don't have to. Someone might cut the power. Okay. Oh, you didn't hear me. I was asking previously if you did another print run, and did it work if you did. Tomorrow's Lunar New Year. Nice. Gotta go find some pears, Asian pears.
I like it.
I really do enjoy the Asian pears. They're really good. Not always in season, clearly. I didn't. Yes. Nice. Oh man, it's gonna be so sweet. Have that thing at the desk. Starting off the convention season right. Gotta find out what other kind of merch and stuff I can get. Name of the game, you know? No, you didn't. No, you didn't. So are you going to be celebrating? Like, got anything planned? Blasian is normally where I went. Oh, Blasian. She's Blasian. Nope. Not playing anything. Screw that noise. Nice. saving. You know what makes me angry? Yeah, I understand. I agree and understand. Bam. Tyler, how you doing?
What?
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Okay. What? You said you're doing good?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Wait, no, you're doing bad.
I would like to hit Control S on this page. Make sure that it doesn't just randomly disappear. I'm going to make sure that what I'm going to do is put this away. So that for some reason I don't have some random child decide, you know what would be really fun? I want to draw like Daddy. I draw on his page, and then I cry. He did. Single digit said hi, Ty.
Did you do the fireman a lot when you wrestled?
The fireman's carry?
Yeah.
Nah. I was a lot meaner when I was wrestling. My specialty was to literally do the T-bar.
I remember.
Yeah, I showed it to you. Or I chop the arm, right? And then the arm goes between your legs, and I grab it with my other hand, and then I lift up, and it's not a good position to be in ever. Both man and woman does not like that position, and slamming people on their head was also a trait of mine. People try to take my record away.
You're right.
I had
Infinite.
I had the fastest pin in the division.
Was it 8?
I don't remember. All I remember is that it was a hi slam on your head, and then a half Nelson for the win. I don't know why either, but for some reason I was very angry with that person.
We did a little bit faster.
Hey Whimsy, how's it going? I'm listening.
There's a kid who got a pin in 6 seconds. I got a pin in 14 seconds.
Really?
Yes.
That's pretty fast. That's too much work. What?
Yeah, it is.
What do you mean it's too much
What's
work?
too much work?
Streaming.
Oh. What would you stream? Art?
No.
No, what would you stream?
What would you stream? Nothing. That's what I said. I said, when are you gonna stop saying that?
No, I'm not when are you? I said what art? What would you stream? Would you stream game?
A hot tub stream.
Tyler!
You're gonna do a hot tub stream.
Where do you get a hot tub?
You're gonna be super famous because people love the hot tub streams.
No,
Talk about absolutely nothing.
no, they like looking at women in bikinis. They don't care about the hot tub stream.
Well, then you just have, look at me. I'm super young, awesome dude in a hot tub. No?
No, but I'm gonna take you.
Okay.
Okay, fine. I will do a mukbang then.
Yeah, do a mukbang. Just stream for like 2 hours and just be like, guys, I'm gonna eat the new spicy Taco Bell wings.
What is scoopophobia?
I've never heard of
You have Google.
Stopophobia. But I'm gonna call it scoopophobia because that sounds fun.
I'm gonna go upstairs and play VR.
Okay. Have fun.
No one would pay for my own mukbang, so why would I do
What?
that?
Yeah, no one will pay for your phone to your reminder.
Well, there's that. It's like, there's that. The fear of being stared at.
I do.
It's interesting. You don't have the fear of being stared at? Let's see. The last time you streamed was on my stream, and then for the next 2 streams, people were like, "I'm here for Ty," and freaking Peppa.
I think you should just draw Peppa Pig, and maybe you get more views.
Look, here's the thing. If I wanted to become famous for someone else's work, I would have done that a long time ago.
Okay, that's also fair. Draw Peppa Pig, but then extend to Jennifer.
No.
Yes.
No.
For my birthday.
Hey, Mandala.
Hello, Mandela. How was your day? Do anything before?
So, Mandala, I got my acceptance letter for San Diego, but the way that they structured it, they're like, we'll be sending invoices and placements in February. So I'm curious because they send out the same thing to the retailers. So I'm really curious to see if they're gonna charge their Artist Alley people. Because if they're gonna charge the Artist Alley people, I'm not going. It's not worth it.
But they always charge for
No. Not Artist Alley. Artist Alley is by invite only. The small press, right? You pay for that. But not Artist Alley. They said they might. Like, that was my last correspondence with them. It was like, we might be charging for Artist Alley. And I was like, well, you charge for Artist Alley. I more than likely will not be going. Just a warning. It's my warning ahead of time. And then one day I might just go as a fan. Because that would be fun. Just to go to all the after parties, go to the portfolio reviews and stuff like that. I think that would be fun. Oh, it's next to impossible to get into Artist Alley. Yeah. Because so many people want to get in. Like, they're just like, oh my goodness, I really, 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 really want to get in. And,
Just what you got in Artist Alley, because you're friends with us.
because I was friends with who?
Whatever.
No. No. I mean, there are a lot of conventions that he goes to that I generally didn't go to. And so, you know, when he asked if I wanted to be part of it, it's like, oh yeah, of course. Oh man, really? Really? Again? Like, come on now. 2 in a row? Why are y'all cheating? Stop cheating. Single digit?
Oh yeah.
Cheating. Tactical nothing. Cheating is what's happening. Oh, Whimsy, how are you doing? Are you doing okay? You know, heard you hurt yourself. We're not supposed to be doing that. No hurting oneself.
Wait, what is RGB stand for?
Rigged. was born a ninja. Yeah, fair. But Mandala, to further elaborate on your question, the thing is that really the only way that you kind of get in to Artist Alley is if someone left Artist Alley. So like if someone decided that, hey, you know what, I really want to get into a bigger space, and they're gonna go pay for it, then a space opens up, right? And then they go to their list and they're like, all right, let's see, who can we bring in? Or when one of the professionals who are there then gets brought in by the company, so you know, then all of a sudden Marvel's bringing them in, then there's an opening again. So, and before, I can't really speak about it now, but before, as long as you kept coming, every time, like once you were in, and that was it. So as long as you kept putting in the application and kept doing things in the industry, you'd be fine, right? And they just keep inviting you back, and all you really had to do was get there and find a place to stay. But you would get the table and the badges for free. What? Why are we getting rid of me? What? I'm like, wait, what? What? Wait. Like, wait a minute, did I miss something? Oh, okay. You know who where he lives, get rid of me so that you can get into... Okay. I thought... I was like, wait, did I do something wrong? I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. Oh, you're just trying to get into Artist Alley. Okay, I'm with you now. You have to be in the industry of comics or something related. So you could be in animation, you could be in you could be doing storyboards. But the further you go away from the actual idea of comics, the more you have to prove that you belong there. So let's just say you were doing graphic design, right? In order for you to get a table, you'd have to be like, well, I've done graphic design for Disney, right? And then you'd put in your work, and it's like, oh, okay, so your professional business is with Disney, and therefore you're good. But some people have been there for so long that they got in before there were any type of standards. And so there are people who are like, so what do you do? It's like, oh, I'm a painter. Of what? No, it's just whatever. And you're like, what? And then there are people who are like, I make jewelry. Like, I don't think Artist Alley is where you're supposed to be for jewelry. You need to go to Small Press, or to the, Small Press is where you would go. And there was a big uproar too, because there was someone who worked for the company, for Comic-Con, as a volunteer, who always had a table, and the only thing they did at the table was sell jewelry. They're really cool people, but it was just like, you know what? We're having a hard enough time having tables for Artist Alley, and by you soaking up one by doing that, it really makes it hard. That's just mean. Why are you coming after my hair? Don't do that. It's not fair. What are you playing? Oh. Why'd I even ask? where you could sell it. Yeah. I mean, there's it's weird. Convention's weird.
I didn't go to a convention in so long.
What? We went last year.
For like a big one.
Oh. And we're gonna have to maybe.
I'd have to start doing stuff again so I can actually do things at conventions again.
Well, there's that. But maybe it, you know, we gotta get you to, if I keep going to Comic-Con, to get you to go to Comic-Con. Can't do it now. Like, you used to be able to go get in for free, and then it was like, oh, guess what? Dead. World dead. Wait, I know. I'm like, where do you see 16 people? There ain't no 16 people in chat. I see 7. I'm with Miss Ebony. Like, where do you see these crazy numbers? I like your numbers, but I'm pretty sure that's not what's there. Or maybe there are actually 16 people, but the problem is because they're not talking, they don't count. Looking at the chat list now, is the chat list anyone who has been in the chat, like, ever? Because I'm pretty sure that there have been people who came in and then left and stuff like that, random people. But does a chat list tell you that they're active or something like that? Like, I don't. I mean, I should probably not the Twitch count. Yeah, no, I get it, but does that mean that they're there? Because I don't know. It's weird. Just list them. Yeah. So I'm thinking that these people, they're like, hey, we were here at one point. We are no longer here at this point. So. But technically I should run. We've done like an hour and a half, so I'm going to go ahead and run. Both cents. Thank you everyone for either being subscribed or dealing with the ads that are now going to be running. Thank you very much. Your faux cents helps Sony PlayStation.
Set up that chat. Get a Twitch gift card and support your favorite creators.
Oh, is that what's happening? Sony? So did we pop over in the corner? Do you still see the
Yeah.
you do see it? Okay, so they did add that. What's that?
You're like over the chat.
I'm over the chat. Okay.
That's so nice. When I used to watch streams, because sometimes I get stuck in the ad.
Oh, that is
And
definitely something new.
And my phone would freeze, and so I'd have to get out of Twitch and get back in.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'd get a new ad because it didn't work.
Oh,
So the
yes.
last one.
Yes. That
And I
was
so
always
annoyed.
that was poopy. Yeah. But I do like the fact that they've added that. It's a nice feature now that you can see what's going on. I don't know, I doubt you can hear it. I don't know if you
I'm assuming so that you still want to read them, so like you subscribe.
Right.
Well, and obviously you subscribe to support them, but you know.
Right. You're not wrong. You okay?
Yeah, my shoes are making me have sense ones or whatever. My legs.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I always get them when I have new shoes, but since I like was walking around all day, my legs are real bad.
Drop stars. I want to try a mass jump and see if it works. All right, hold on. Oh wow, what? I think my mouse sucks now. I need to get a new mouse.
You should learn how to switch with the
Well, I can't because my mouse. Oh,
What?
nice.
You should learn how to
Well, see, the thing is that I can't. You know, it's like I can't. Sadly, I can't click really fast. My mouse has been stupid as of late. Nice. Take all this. What happened? Why is it trash? Still got the most stars. It's because you're cheating! Stop cheating! Yes! Miss Ebony did? Still, that doesn't make it any better. You have to revoke those mod powers. His mod squad. Cheers! Sorry. Anything you need to do. Did you stay after today? What? I thought that was the whole thing. You were gonna stay after. What happened? Why not? Oh, okay. Okay. It's like, okay. I get that. Mm. I love that. Sorry you were stressed out. Bye, love you. I'm trying. He's like, I'm trying. Don't you see? Look at me drawing in these freaking pages. For paper. So this was just, to be honest, it's just the standard that I was taught to draw on, right? And it really does lend itself to just, there's a number, I forgot what the actual percentage is to shrink, you know, is to shrink it, but there's a specific number and it shrinks it to the right size for comics. His therapist. Get his day out. Okay. Let's see. So that can go there. Here, like so. How do we? Comes out. This can be so. So something like that. away from the drawing. Now I'm gonna spill it all over, and I see it. Whoops! No! No! Get that cartoon scream. No! Yeah, draw thumbnail size. Oh, that's the guide to shrink the page? Ah, thanks. I mean, and that honestly was a huge thing when I started learning comics, especially at school, right? Because you had to, the only way you really did the only way you actually did the comic that way was to actually go to the photocopier. And so you needed to know exactly how to shrink the page, and you couldn't do it on an 8.5 by 11. So I had to get that 11 by 17, put in that work, and draw everything so freaking big. Not really. It smudges, but not as much because I'm using a 2H, so it doesn't smudge a lot. But the problem is, you know, by putting down a lot of graphite, it doesn't matter what kind of lead you use, it's gonna smear. But that's why I use another paper. But I don't know if you can. You really can't. But it's got a nice, even though it's like on top of here, it's still smearing just a little bit with just pressure. But the paper really helps, and for the most part, most people wouldn't even notice. You know, especially people who are drawing in comics and stuff like that, they don't even notice the smudge. I notice the smudging, and so that's why I try my hardest to keep the paper under when I'm finishing, right? When I'm trying to do what the page is going to look like finished. And here's the problem, right? So I have this, and like I said, I'm going to copy. Like I am the worst inker, period. Because that's all I do. I'm just copying what I had already drawn, and that's it. So that's why a lot of it, you know, it's like, oh, it's stupid. I don't know why I always got like one. There's always one stupid like fly or gnat, and in the summer it's horrible. But I draw relatively tight because yeah, I don't make many decisions when it comes to inking. I just follow what's there. I really wish that I could do, like, I know that a lot of you haven't seen Hernandez do anything, but man, I wish I could do what he does when it comes to inks, right? He'll scribble, like he would do this, right? He would come in and do this kind of drawing, right? And not even this. And then he would just start inking in the figure, inking in the costuming, inking in everything. And I'm like it almost gives me a complex seeing him do that, because I'm like, how in the world are you doing that? Like, I would be so worried about messing that up. And he was like, I'm just gonna do it. If it makes a mistake, I'll fix it. Just like, huge, It's also why I keep coming in and like I'll erase little spaces. Like if I was to give this to a different person, I wouldn't try and clean it up as much, right? Because then that they can do that, right? They can come in and fix the little smudges and stuff like that. I was like, what the hell is that? Oh, that's the edge. Okay. Okay. I don't know what that is. There we go. Feed him and Griffin to unlearn inking and relearn how to do it my own way. Yeah. It's hard. It's really, really hard to watch. And you're just like, I don't what's happening? How are you doing that? Hard. Just evil. Like it was like just evil. That's the way I always saw it. I'm like, that's just mean. What you're doing is mean. Because every time he does it, I don't know why, but it feels like a personal attack. Like, come on, man. Why? Why you gotta make me look bad like that? And it's really bad. Like at Comic-Con, because he does stuff so fast. And he'll get like he'll finish 3 commissions in the time I finish 1. And it's just like, ugh. But luckily with the new commission thing that I'm doing, I got one that's like, it's bam, it's gonna be quick, it's gonna be easy, you know. And then if you want something more complicated, guess what? You're gonna have to pay for it. Like, you have to pay for it because it's gonna take too long. I'm slow, and I know that. I wish that I had something so established that all I would have to do is bring prints. Right? Because I see people who only have to bring in prints, and that's it, right? They don't have to do commissions, they don't have to do anything else. They just bring prints. Now granted, the people who normally do that are all people who do like popular stuff, whatever's hot at the moment, that's what they're drawing. But it'd be nice, like I see like Ross draws, like he has such a following right now that all he does is bring prints. And you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna bring prints and then make thousands of dollars. Like they walk away. I've heard people who are like, oh, if I make under $10,000 at a convention, is bad day. I'm like, what the? What? It was easier to animate down in pencils than with my inks. It's tough for anyone. It's true. There's way too many dang lines. That's all I gotta say. Yeah, way too many. Way too many. Yeah. I mean, and I swear I toy with it all the time. Every single time when I'm seeing like all these people, some having way more talent than me and some having way less talent than me, and yet everyone's making way more bank than me. And you're just like, man, if I just stuck to like, oh, what's hot right now? Oh, My Hero's hot? Oh, okay. Oh, this anime's hot? Oh, okay. X-Men's always a good one. It's like, oh, Spider-Man just came out. Let me do a whole bunch of Spider-Man. Yeah. Like, I'm tempted many times. I am. But in the end, I'm like, nope. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this our way. My way. We're gonna make this happen. Happen, I tell you. Okay, so I need to indicate some things back here because it's far enough away. Right? It's just random shape-os back here. Right? Kind of indicate more hills and stuff, but not really anything significant back there. Just random, mostly just random lines that kind of are emulating the same random shapes that I've already established with everything else. Trying to push that atmospheric perspective kind of idea. Yeah. Yep. The bad part is you could have something really cool with that property, and then it's just like, oh dude, you can't do that. You can't do that. What are you doing? That's bad. Stop it. It's copywritten. Don't do that. So, you know, and then and I mean, we've had this conversation often. You try and break out on your own, right? Sales take a super hit. Nobody comes by. And even if you've like, I've established myself over the past 10 years, I've drawn X-Men for the past 10 years. You know, and not like I'm the artist on X-Men, but you're like, people know me because I drew X-Men a lot when I went to conventions, and you know, they like my renditions of them and whatnot. And then you're like, all right, well, I've done that enough. I'm gonna do my own thing. People come by and like, wow, where's your new prints? Oh no, you don't have. Oh, you're doing that? What the heck is that? Let's draw Boba Fett. Newest thing, yeah. Yep. Well, it's come to my attention that I need to bring back doing the color pops that I used to do. I mean, honestly, I didn't stop, but I did stop. You know, like the pandemic really stopped the production of the color pops, but apparently. And this came from elsewhere. Like, I had no idea. But the people that I'm working with, which I'll be, in one stream, I'm going to be doing stuff for DCD Collect. And they told me I could stream some stuff. But, you know, they're like, yeah, we want you to do these color pops. They're very popular. And it still caught me off guard when they're like, yeah, I've been trying to get some, because they're like, we're collectors. And like, I actually been trying to get some of your trading card work through the trading systems and stuff, and people are not letting things go. Like, they want 3 other cards for one of your cards, and I'm like, really? What? How? Why? It's like, it's, you know, nobody's doing it. Nobody has those bold lines. Nobody's doing that. And I'm like, huh. Random term, turkey bacon surprise. Sounds like a trap. So I think I'm gonna have to bring that back, and then it's really easy. I don't know if easy is the right term, but they generally take about an hour to do, so I could start knocking some of those out. All right, and then have some. And I think I found a new system for what I want to do, for how I want to display things, and it's going to take up technically less space. So we're going to test it out at Farpoint, see how it works. Ooh, which reminds me, since I am going to this convention, I either A, need to get some business cards, or B, I need to jump on the bandwagon with everyone else and just get a code, QR code. People can scan it and stuff. Lurking again. Oh, really? Nice. Start with really? Okay, makes sense. Yeah, watercolors is on the docket for later. Enrique sent me this artist who does something interesting that I'm really interested in trying out. He does an undercoat with markers, and it's like this brown, and then he puts the watercolors over top of it. So I'm like, that's interesting. So I think I'm going to try that. I don't know. It's going to be a lot of experimentation, because I want, like I said, I want to be able to do the covers. I want to be able to do the covers as one of those paintings, right? Like that's the plan. All right, Skip. Thanks for hanging out. Sienna wash? Okay. Is that what it is? Sienna wash. Like, 'cause I don't know. We're gonna try some things. We're gonna try them. Everyone, gonna try them. All right, so I still need to put that there. Look at that. That is so not me. I mean, I drew it, so clearly it's me. But not normally. That is not a normal Tillman trait going on right now. What's the calculus on how much you lose on potential business by not having Ninja Empire at the table? And your final point. Panel talk. Orange, what is good for underfoot? Yeah. I know the siennas. I used to do stuff in that color just for markers. So the funny part about it is that San Diego, surprisingly, not the place for networking and hawking new product, to be honest. Like, as an independent, it just isn't. It's not the place to do it. And I've noticed that through like Dark Legacy, right? Like, I have the case study for Dark Legacy, and it's like, oh, people still, they'll come by, they'll look at the product and then go, wow, I like your style. Can you draw Wolverine? Can you draw a ninja? Right? And they'll be like, I liked this ninja from I liked the Ninja Gaiden ninja. Can you draw a Ryu? You know, it's like, can you draw Ryu? And you're like, sure. All right, and so you'll be drawing a lot of things that relate to what you do, but not what you do, right? For something like this. So me not going to San Diego would open up going to something a little bit closer to home, and doing the smaller conventions, smaller to medium conventions, actually puts more eyes on the product, surprisingly. Now, I do have a captive audience when I go to San Diego, because generally, you know, I have a panel, which you are aware of. And so when I'm doing the panel, I can show everybody, right? And it's like, oh, so I can show everybody, hey, look, this is what I'm working on. You can also go check it out at, you know, at my table and stuff like that. So I do have more people coming through that way. But for the thousands upon thousands of people that go to Artist Alley, me not going to San Diego wouldn't actually hurt. Unless there is like the opportunity, like, hey, whatchamacallit, you know, when Nickelodeon did their do you have stuff to pitch stuff, and it was like, oh wait, I do have something to pitch, right? Which was an opportunity that could have turned into something really, really big. But as we found out, the licensing, I can go to a licensing convention and literally focus on that. You know, so that, I think that for me is going to be better, is to actually go, all right, let me figure out how much it's going to cost to go to this thing, right? Let me find out if it's gonna be super expensive or not, and then how can I bring in my product to sell it. So what is happening? And like, so I'm down in the basement, right? We've got a door that leads out of the basement, so we tend to get nice little creatures and stupid things in at night, which is really annoying, but it is what it is. I will not let it destroy the drawing. So, like I said, to be honest, I'm not, it was surprising, like I've always said, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be my last one, I'm not coming back. And the last one I made the most money I've ever made in San Diego, which was odd because I didn't have any product. Well, I guess no, it actually makes sense because I was selling, I was randomly just selling Wolverine and Gambit, and I was doing all these color pops, which was cool. But if I didn't go, I really don't think that I'm gonna be like, oh, all that potential money, because it hasn't proven itself to be that. It has been a get-together place, like getting to see a lot of people, but I've noticed that a lot of artists are actually going to a lot of different places. So I don't have to just go to San Diego to meet people. Anymore, that is. It has definitely become more of a kind of reunion amongst friends than it has been potential business for a very long time. And plus, like, that's actually going to San Diego is almost like going to two conventions money-wise, right? So it's like, wait, if I don't go to this convention, I can go to the one in North Carolina. I can go to the one in Philly. I can go to these two with the same amount of money for the hotel and all that kind of good stuff. Yep, it is. And there's just so much to look at. And Artist Alley isn't the focus anymore, right? Like, at one point, Artist Alley was where everyone went, plain and simple. But now, Funko and Disney and everyone just going, it's more important. And of course, San Diego makes more money that way. So they got to stay afloat somehow. And so they're just like, well, we can get more money by charging thousands upon thousands of dollars to Marvel to have a big huge booth so that they can promote things and make people buy a ton of crud from them. and we'll just go, sorry guys, we need the space, right? And they just kind of, they're making Artist Alley smaller and smaller every year. It's gonna be so interesting to see just how much space after COVID, how much they're gonna actually have left, because there's gonna be less space, right? Because they're gonna still try and invoke some type of COVID thing, unless of course somehow they're like, we fixed it, the world's fixed now. So they're gonna be low on space, which means they're gonna be they're gonna have less spots for artists, because they want to make sure they can get the big companies in. Oh no, it hasn't been in a very, very long time. Very, very long time. It has not been. But it was at one point. It was. I was like, at one point, it was. Alright, so the most important part are going to be indicating that there are little buildings down here. You got some structure here and here, right? You got all this rock. You got all this rock and stuff, and then I'm putting just in the smallest place, like, oh look, there's some buildings back there. Put some more formations back here. Too fancy, just small ones. Give some space over there. Stuff like that. Oh, really? Oh, you mean the special edition thing? Okay. Oh yeah, no. There's a ton of conventions now. Like, you know, before you're like, oh man, it wasn't a choice of what convention you went to, because there really weren't any, right? And you're just like, all right, I'm gonna pick this one, seems cool, and so you would go to those, right? And you're just like, all right, this one's cool. This one's in my hometown. You know, that kind of stuff. But now there's like a convention every week, right, in another place, and sometimes there's so many conventions that, you know, they're fighting for the same amount of time, and then you're just like, I wanted to go to this one, but I wanted to go to that one. I want to go to both. Oh my goodness, I want to go to all these. And it's starting to become harder and harder, like you said, to sift through and find out which one is actually going to be worth your time and effort. You're absolutely right. I would agree. I mean, and San Diego just has, like, no matter how big New York Comic Con is going to get, it's never going to be a San Diego, ever, right? Because they've already established themselves as the place to go. And not to mention Hollywood, you know, when you got Hollywood right there, you got all these celebrities who are like, oh, I want to go buy I'm gonna go by San Diego because it's a fun time. Like, it's a good, fun time to be, you know, to go to and whatnot. But once again, it's just like, I think that like San Diego is great for the, you know, it's great for the fan because they can be introduced to so much stuff, right? In a small amount of time, you can experience a lot. So there is that. But as far as, you know, you have all these small independent people trying to come in and going, oh, San Diego's where the money's at. I'm going to make a ton of money. And then, you know, they get there and they realize, oh, wait, I'm in competition with like 700 other artists. And, you know, a lot of them are professionals. They've already established something, you know, and now they're like, oh, wait, I just spent a crap ton of money on the airplane, the hotel, still got to eat, you know, so it's like crap. And so now they invested all this money and you're probably not going to get that return back. And then that's when people try and convince themselves like, oh, it was a good convention because I was able to network with people, right? And now I know I'm the networking guy. Like, I will tell people, be like, look, networking is key and you should really do it and all that. But if your intention was to go somewhere to make money, well, guess what? It wasn't your intention to network. Okay, so that's the big difference. Like, you can network if that's your, I mean, you can network if you're like, well, my main focus is to make money, then networking comes second, right? And you're like, okay, I am going to do this, but it's more of a secondary nature. Like, I'm going to have it as a byproduct. But if your sole stance on where you're going is to network, then yeah, you can have a really good convention if you're like, oh, I went to network. That was my, you know, it's like that was my purpose of going, was to network and meet some companies and stuff like that. Then networking is cool. But if you're there to make money, saying that it was a good convention because you were able to network is you trying to convince yourself that it was worth all the money that you wasted on going to this convention. And I can say that because I have made that statement in the past. Like, oh, it was a good convention because, you know, I networked and hopefully it's not a, oh, you know, I have this and we're in talks for money. It's hopefully something will come of it. And that's not a good comment. Yeah, I can see that. And I guess I'm spoiled for when it comes to what San Diego used to be or what Comic-Con used to be, because I remember the time when you were in Comic-Con, companies would come to you. Like, that was huge. You know, Hasbro would be walking by, Sony would walk by, Marvel would walk by, Hasbro would walk by, if I didn't already say that. You know, Disney would walk by. All these companies, Lego, that was there doing interviews and stuff like that, they would actually come by Artist Alley, and you know, they were looking for talent, and you could sit there, and the next thing you know, you're talking to the CEO of some company. And you're like, oh, holy crap, hey. Or other companies would be coming by with their product, right? And they were like, hey, we've got this that we're trying to sell. Here's an eraser, here's a pen, here's some ink, here's some this, here's some that. And you'd be like, oh, sweet. So you would get things, people would come by, the celebrities would come by. It was awesome. That's not what happens anymore. Like, at all. That just doesn't happen anymore. So you going there, it's not the same. It has definitely become, at least for the worker bees, it has become a place where if you're not if you're not already established, you're not gonna be out there and all of a sudden be like, oh my goodness, it's the best convention ever, I got picked up and all this stuff, because they're just not doing that anymore. You gotta go to different conventions for that. Oh my goodness. No, come on. We need a life pack. Life pack. No! Oh! Ah! What? Take that, Mod Squad. Take that in your face. Ha! Take it. I just see the money put into networking as a cost against building a business. Allow you to deduct. No, it's true. But like I said, if your purpose was to go in and make money, right? I'm going to San Diego because I want to sell my product. I want people to see my product, buy my merch. But then when you go there and the expenses, and you were like, the flight, the hotel, the food, the table, and then you're like, I made $1,000, but it cost me $2,000 to be here. To then turn it around and be like, oh, well, it was great because I did some networking. No, that's not the way that works, right? You can be like, well, the convention actually sucked for what I went for, but I was able to network, so hopefully something's gonna come of that. But it's, it's a hopefully. So, but then again, if you come in and you're just like, hey, I'm going to San Diego, I'm going to the licensing expo, I'm going to the New York Comic Con, I'm going to wherever to network. Like, that's my plan. I'm gonna go meet some artists, I'm gonna go meet the directors, and I'm gonna try and network with a couple companies. Then the money you're spending is for networking, not for trying to make money. So, it's my stance. For that, I'm gonna dance forever. No! Forever stuck. No! Page is almost done. Like, literally. I'm stuck. But so yeah, I mean, one day, that's what I really want to do. I really want to go. I want to go to like San Diego just to network. I think that would be pretty cool, right? Just to go and network. Sole purpose, nothing else, just go and network. As a person who hasn't actually sold anything, you have to say that you are. It's just so bad. Talk to people directly and schmooze if you know in advance where to find them. No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. But if you're, once again, I'm like, is it a benefit, right? To go to Comic-Con and then go, I know that I'll be able to network with the company right up front, and I can really work with someone, developing a relationship and all that stuff. Of course, absolutely. But like I said, if you're going to network, if that's your goal. My goal is to network. and to go to these portfolio reviews, then that's what you should do. And you'll be great. Like, I have friends, that's what they do. They go to Comic-Con not to sell stuff. They go to all these other conventions to go sell stuff. But at Comic-Con, they're going to meet with Lego and Hasbro and do the portfolio reviews and then go network and stuff like that. Perfect. You know what you're going in for. But if you're going in and you're going, I'm going to this convention to sell product, and then you go, I didn't make any money, but it was a good convention because I was able to talk to people, right? Because it's only a potential. I hope this works, right? Because it'd be different if you're like, well, the convention kind of sucked, but I was able to talk to Hasbro, and now I have an interview on Thursday for, a potential job. That's different, right? You should do that. That's one hell of a network, right? But I don't know. I think it boils down to, you need to know what your priorities are, right? If you're like, this is what I want to do here, then that's what you're gonna do, right? And then hold yourself to it. But yeah, one day to be able to just go to Comic-Con and enjoy it. Go to network, go to Hobnob, meet the artists, meet some pros. That would be nice. That would be really nice. I would appreciate that a lot. So the plan is for it's for AwesomeCon. Plan on marketing at AwesomeCon, at Otakon, hopefully. I'm trying to get into Otakon, and one of the big things that I really want to try and do is tap into a new market and go to DragonCon. Like, that's a big one for me. Like, a lot of people are talking about DragonCon and how beneficial it is. It's huge. A lot of people come out for it, and I think that it being in Atlanta, there's a lot that works in my favor there, right? In Atlanta, kind of blend in with folk. So there's that, and then it's part of big animation space, so being able to come in and go, I really want to push this to a huge product, I think is going to be something that can happen there. And then I met some people at different conventions that want to host me for interviews, podcasts, and stuff like that to help promote. And they've got a ton of people, like, there's a ton of eyes and ears that go onto some of these websites and stuff. So alright, so I saw Miss Ebony's post or message that it is a time's up. So we are very, very close. Like, I literally just have to put in some structure here, finish off whatever I was gonna do here, and then literally put in pretty much the entire town down here, right? So I gotta draw this little bit, and it's literally gonna be abstract shapes and stuff, right? I might put a little bridge or something in here, right? But it's gonna be all down here. I've already got kind of a little shrine there. We'll put a structure of some sort that needs to belong here, and then something here. But it's pretty much done. Like, this page is pretty done. You can't. So I have something very faint in the background. Come on. Stupid autofocus. Right? It's very I know you can see it, but then you can't see it. Come on. It doesn't like focusing on just pure white. Burp. Come on. Come on. Anyway. So, got some, yeah, there you go, you can see it. So I got a couple of stuff in the back. There's that page. There it is. Page is done. Yes! My hero is left-handed. There you go. He is indeed left-handed. Thank you guys so very, very much. It's been fun. I think we had some really good conversation, and I got the page done. Like, well, I mean, yeah, I have about another 10 minutes maybe, but the page is done, right? And I think that that's absolutely fantastic. Thank you guys so very, very much. I'm probably gonna come in and close that part up a little bit because I don't like the way that looks at the moment. But thank you. You guys are awesome. Thank you so very much. We'll be back on Wednesday. Interesting, yeah, left-handed. We'll be back on Wednesday. Probably working on the next page because I'll have this commission done, or we're gonna be doing DC Collects stuff. So one way or the other, we're gonna be back here on the table. We're gonna be working really hard, and as always, I appreciate you guys so very much. Thank you for coming out. Remember, born a ninja, die a ninja. I'll see you guys. Thank you so much. Are we rating somebody? Did we find out? Schedule. Oh, I need to make that a prompt? Okay. I didn't. Monday, Wednesday, Sunday, 8:30. But I'll make it I guess I'll make that a prompt. Yeah, Wednesday. We always do Wednesday. Monday, Wednesday. Joey L. What is he? Are we doing Joey? Oh, is Joey? Oh,
Emily
Joey's up.
just got.
Oh. Nope, doesn't have it set yet. No, I don't. Joey's up. We're gonna go raid Joey. Whoops, I just closed it. We're gonna go raid Joey. So please hang out. Sarah is painting. Has a nice painting setup. It's quaint. Oh, we can do that too. I don't follow her. Would you rather? Or Joey? Okay, I think I'm gonna raid Joey. We're gonna go ahead and jump in here. Do that. All right, we're gonna set up this raid. Raid Joey. There you go. All right. So as always, thank you so very much. We're gonna hear the mantra, and we're gonna go raid Joey. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and start this off. Do this. Go.
The Ninja Empire is supreme, dominant, and unstoppable. Our ninja spirit is fueled by fire and driven by razor-sharp determination. When we take on a mission, we must succeed or die. Our style is unique and deadly, and no one wants to suffer the wrath of the Ninja Empire.